We're back here again. Oh man.
In the jungle my way.
Patch 6.10.2e. We got that. Rin, jungle my way. Gallery and library. Standard setup. We're going for.
Silver Exchange like the anime.
What is this? Playtime 22 hours? I don't think that's. What?
I like how it says this stuff, but it's just because we leave it on in the background.
A little bit.
Eternity in an hour. I don't think it's how life works.
Okay. It's clickless. We are in an art club and a theory about Yamaku because everybody's always talking and they don't shut up. I think.
I don't. Is this what happened last? Maybe. Go find a way to express yourself. Don't you have paintings?
What the hell?
Don't you have your paintings? No, see, problems are not really sure who I am.
Wait a minute, what is this theory about Yamaku? Oh, now I'm lost. I know what scene this is. For a second I thought it was looking at like my last viewed scene. So that for whatever reason it was showing us like text from like a neutral ending or something. And I was like, what the hell? It sounds weird. Alright, so, that was a big character moment that happened last time.
Really?
Of course!
Good thing
it gives us some important insight as to what exactly is the character's problem. Because we don't really understand anything other than he's weird. Why?
Yep. She's not putting it enough. Probably should just go for Emmy, let's be real.
So, among all the other horrible jokes that we normally tell, we now have Diablo references to add to the pile. Because I recently finished Diablo.
So, you finished it?
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't come into play at any point. I really don't want there to be any point in time where I can start. Oh yeah. No, I could.
Went to the theaters today.
I could lead this whole game as the demon hunter.
I went to the movies yesterday, and the movie I watched, it was really terrifying how there was a lot of moments where I was like, Kenji would be so perfect here.
Once,
a lot of
I was crippled. Now, I'm the crippler.
Kill people, he just like breaks
he just makes their legs. Think about what you've done, demon.
And it's not even like he's like, I'm gonna leave you here to die. It's like, you're gonna have to be in a wheelchair.
Why?
No, but I saw the new Sin City and it was amazing.
Have fun at Yamaku, idiot.
Oh. But that movie is like half the goddamn dialogue is internal monologue.
What is?
So it's like the new Sin City.
Oh, ew, they made a second one, didn't they? Oh.
They did. It's good.
Why would they make two Sin Cities?
I don't know, they did. It's not awful, okay? It's good. Not as good as the original, but it's still good. And it's just amazing because I was like, oh man, it'd be so much better if Kenji was here.
I'm pretty sure every movie would be better if Kenji was there.
Perfect, because like the whole Sin City style where it's
like... You know what would be amazing?
And revenge.
Have you ever read about like all the people that are like, put Kanye West into a movie that is the script of this, but don't give him a script?
Yep.
And just have him act?
Yeah.
I want to imagine unscripted Kanye going through this game as he Cell.
Sounds pretty good. And like every time we take 5 hours to start.
Yeah. No one man should have all that medicine.
No man should have all of that pills. No man should have all that heartbeat. He has a heart attack.
My heart's beating slightly, I think. I just count the hours. Kanye West is a stand-up guy. Let me take a sip of pop, then we'll begin. Alright. Today's art club meeting is currently on hold while everyone waits for Nomiya to show up. I take this time to try and explain my theory about Yamako to Rin. I've tried to figure out what exactly about the school feels so special to me. The concept I unsuccessfully tried to explain to Yuko the other day. It's still difficult, but the track meet and the time I spent observing my fellow students have helped my ideas mature a little. Have you noticed that people talk all the time?
Okay, so?
I can't really explain it, but once again, as I try to explain my observation, I'm struggling for words. The student body is heavily cliqued, and I'm only now beginning to make sense of the intricate grouping and popularity networks, and yet the feeling of being a part of a group is stronger here than I remember being in my old schools. I'm trying to say that this school isn't like other schools, or at least some students aren't, even after discounting the obvious. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what you mean. Oh, well, whatever then.
Scene's over.
I forgot how I do RIN'S voice, so I'll probably have to figure it out as time goes along. This is what happens when you take week-long breaks between every episode.
Yeah. Too busy watching weebu anime.
No, I was too busy playing Osu and watching Drewby's stream. Oh, we should talk about Drewby's stream. Let's do it later. We've already wasted enough time. I want to pursue the issue, but at that point, Nomiya arrives.
Oh, was I Nomiya?
I think you handed Nomiya over to me when I gave you Hisao, because your Nomiya voice was god-awful.
That's probably good. I feel like he talks like Doc Brown.
I'm pretty sure... You were acting him like he was Santa Claus. No, you were like Deckard caning it up. You're like, hello. Stay a while and listen, Rin.
Great Scott.
See, I told you.
He walks over.
Great Scott, he said.
It worked.
The teacher's wiping sweat from his head.
Dies.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how my Nomiya voice goes, and if it bugs you, or if it bugs me, then we'll hand it back over to you.
Okay.
The teacher's wiping sweat from his forehead with a handkerchief and breathing rather heavily. He quickly glances over the room, then settles down a bit. Wait a minute, what was his voice again?
Scott! Apologies for being late.
Every line is, Great Scott! You're not very good at watercolor, are you, Hisao?
You're not.
I think I basically... He was like... generic, gruff, 45-year-old man.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh,
No, you're retard. What does gruff mean to you?
Back in the war. Back in World War One.
45-year-old man, not 90-year-old man.
I don't think 90-year-old man was gone. One. What if?
Let me see if I can figure it out.
Well, when did World War One happen?
Hello. Apologies for being late. Is everyone present? Good. I must confess, I haven't really planned anything for today as I've been extremely busy lately, but I'm sure we can come up with something entertaining. Anyone have any suggestions? I was thinking we could have a discussion circle since we haven't had one in a while. I at least found the last one magnificently enjoyable.
He has other facial expressions that's terrifying.
Oh dude, he has tons. There are some murmurs here and there, but nobody raises their voice in support of, or against, Nomiya. We could delve into various movements of art, or does someone have a good topic in mind? Come on, forward out there. It doesn't matter if it's silly or odd. We can always cook up something interesting.
Like
Nobody seems to be... God damn it, Patrick. We have to make progress.
Okay.
We have to cook meth. We have to cook, Hisao.
It becomes Breaking Bad where he's...
I am the one who paints.
There's Skylar, except she just doesn't care.
I actually don't like Breaking Bad.
Oh, wow.
I don't.
I've only seen like the first few episodes.
Yeah, I tried to get through the first season, but after a while, I just don't like the way that show is paced. I don't like the way dialogue scenes especially are spaced with long pauses between all the dialogue. I get it, it's trying to make this air of kind of uncomfortableness and uneasiness, whatever. I don't enjoy that. It's not fun for me to watch, so I'm not going to watch it. So that's why I don't like that show. Anyways,
That's why I
as the
don't
awkward
watch
silence
it.
refuses to be broken, I lift my hand in the air. Oh, our newest friend seems to have something on his mind. Speak up, my boy, speak up. Well, I don't know about anyone else, but I've always wondered why art exists in the first place. My voice trails off, a silence sets in the room, and nobody makes a follow-up on my meek suggestion.
Aiden, puss.
What? What?
The share screen's froze.
No. 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 No! Stop sharing screens. Share screens. Share window. That window. Share it.
Share it. Do it, bitch.
Go for it. It's a trap. It's smarter to play defensively here.
It's not working, Aiden.
Go for it.
You okay? It's just Nomiya. It's Nomiya right
Why is
beside.
Jake in the call? Why is Jake left the call? God damn it, Jake.
Let's be fair, it's probably Jake who broke it.
Boop. Huh?
Nope, no. It died. It died.
Stop sharing. What if we share just the monitor? Can you see that?
No.
You can't see the monitor?
Nope.
Stop sharing screens. God damn it, Jake.
Yeah, because I just saw it like it was just the whole screen, and then your little picture appeared in the corner and it just stopped.
So I guess you're just gonna have to... I guess I'm just reading it to Patrick, because we can't end it right after that.
Oh, we can't.
No, we can't have a 10-minute episode.
We can't.
So, just... I guess I'll just read everything.
Everything, and I will say things sometimes. And I'll figure out what music best fits the... I have 3 different songs open for the different moods.
I'm just gonna get through this day, and then we'll stop. That's really unfortunate. Thank you, Skype.
TY.
TY. Okay. So everything's gonna be a plot twist to Patrick. He'll never know what's coming next. He won't even know what characters are in the scene. He won't even know who's saying what. Yes. Yes. Then, the teacher bursts into laughter. Ho ho ho! Excellent! Very good indeed! Right out of the gate with the big one, huh? Fabulous! Chuckling, he shifts some papers around on his desk for a few moments. When he's done, he appears to have made some sort of decision. Very well then. Let us run with this and see what gets us, shall we? Oh my, even an old fogey like me gets excited when such delicious enthusiasm is present. Oh my, indeed. It's very important to point out that his mouth is wide open and his tongue is sticking out, and it's terrifying.
Pretty good.
It's very terrifying. Let me gather my thoughts a moment so I can figure out a good starting point for everyone. For some reason, the teacher seems to almost literally be bursting with excitement. He scribbles a few things down on a loose sheet of paper and then cleans his glasses with the handkerchief. Oh my god, that face though. Patrick!
Yep.
Look at his face!
Ah, it's beautiful. I like it.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's pretty good.
Oh dude, look at his green tie.
Sleeve.
Look at his lime green tie.
I love it. It's really the classic look for this winter.
Oh, in this picture he's black.
He just changed color.
He strikes a pose, then freezes for an overtly dramatic, artistic pause that spans what must be half a minute. Nomiya,
You okay?
we got things to do. He just like strikes a pose and stops for half a minute, and then he's like, it's so quiet that I could hear a pin drop. First, let's come up with a few questions that we want answered, such as, what is art, and where does art exist? Anyone have any questions that might be related? The boy with sunglasses. Oh, my boy.
My boy. It's like he gets up to talk and then he sounds like respect.
He puts his hand up and like he says like, oh, homie.
Homie.
It's like, who said that? I cannot see.
He sits back down.
I'm sorry. He's so terrifying. The boy with sunglasses pipes up almost immediately. His voice is soft and quiet, and I have a hard time making out what he says. Yo, what defines an artist? That's his voice now.
An artist, and he starts singing.
Yo.
It's
your boy Yeezy.
It's your boy.
Takes off the glasses. We find out he's been black the whole time. It's Kanye West. After him, another question comes up. If I fill a cardboard box with water and call it art, is it...
Him talking?
I enjoyed my voice a bit too much.
Is that him?
No, it's a different character now.
Oh.
I hurt myself. If I eat a peanut butter sandwich and then laugh too much, I get nauseous. It's very odd. I want you to know, both of the times I puked this summer was because I had started laughing too hard after eating a peanut butter sandwich and not getting much sleep.
It's pretty good.
Oh, and drinking apple juice and pop in the same 2 hours. So anyways, if I fill a cardboard box with water and call it art, is it art?
Yep.
Everyone laughs at that, even the teacher. And then they kick him out for daring to suggest that that's art.
Really?
No.
And then the teacher's laughing.
That's the best part. He won't even know what lines are actually lines from the game. I could fake half the lines, and he'd never even know.
I like to think that me is like laughing, like a big jolly laugh, and slowly walks up to him, puts his face right in his face, and he's just like...
He's just like... just... Imbecile. You disgust me. He says, I'm sorry, sir. Apologies mean nothing now. You have already sinned. Great! Wonderful! All of these. Let me start by saying that this is not a clear-cut issue by any means, and as such, I'm not going to give any answers to you. I'm only going to speak from my own perspective. Oh, dude, I should, like, do a really... I did it for, like, a split second there by accident. I kind of want to do, like, a really bad Japanese accent for him. The scholars have agreed that this source of question since a time immemorial. I'm bad at it, though. I just realized that's a bad idea because I don't know how to do a Japanese accent. And there has never been a broadly applicable consensus reached. This is really racist. I have disappointed Patrick.
It's good.
Scholars have argued about these sorts of questions since time immemorial, and there's never really been a broadly applicable consensus reached. There are, however, some qualities that most tend to generally agree upon. Hopefully you shall all find these acceptable as well. In short, Art defines itself. It simply cannot be contained to a definition from the outside, since the boundaries of art expand and contract from forces within. Every day, someone, somewhere, comes up with something completely outrageous that challenges any and all preconceptions. The core reason for this is that rather than the rational side of the mind, art appeals to the intuition, the instinct, the primal.
Truly outrageous. Gems. That's art. Gems.
Art. Art is truly outrageous. It is truly outrageous. You would find it very hard to explain why exactly it is that you enjoy some particular style or piece, no? He doesn't even wait for a response before continuing. This is exactly why. So art is a sort of wild, uncontrollable thing that lurks somewhere deep in our subconscious. Now, why does it exist? Nomaya apparently expects someone to pipe up with a guess, but as nobody dares to interrupt his inspired speech, he continues. That's how he continues. It was a trick question. Haha. Gotcha. Look heck. You just got memed.
You just got memed by the meme patrols in the TV show.
Yeah, they all jump out. Meme.
It's a heart attack.
Dies, that's the end.
Oh, again?
No. You see, art also, it validates itself. Generally speaking, you might say that art exists for no other purpose than itself. It's something that exists merely to leave a mark in history. It's the defiance of a mortal against the face of darkness, as was once said. Art is truly the proof of our existence. You all should know that human culture and civilization are tightly tied to the existence of art. Then what about artists? What drives a man to dedicate his life to a thing so fickle and mysterious that it even defies definition? There are as many answers for this as there are artists, but if I had to put it into words, an artist doesn't make art because he can, but because he must. I gotta stop here, because, listen, this is genius. Are you ready? Are you ready? So, earlier, you might remember, we were talking to Rin, and we were like, why do you paint, idiot? She was like, I don't even know. Wait, hold on, does she say this right now? Did she say that earlier?
I don't remember.
Damn, that might be a spoiler. Basically, what Nomaya says differs from what Rin thinks, and that may or may not be a slight spoiler. But you know what? These recording sessions have taken place over like 2 months. I can't remember exactly all the scenes of the past. Gosh, diggity. Nomaya takes a pause. Oops, wrong voice. And his gaze sweeps over his audience, eyes flaring with passion. It is obvious that art touches the very soul of each and every human being in one way or another. So if you were given a chance to connect with your fellow man in such a fundamental way, how could you not? There is a poem I'm very much fond of, and I shall recite the most well-known part of it to you now. I feel that for me personally, of all possible things, it captures best the essence of what it means to be an artist. I need a drink before I continue. My throat hurts. Nomaya tears my throat apart.
So is that like a love thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Sorry guys, my throat's a bit raw today. Why? Namiya tends to do that to you.
Yeah, the classic guy.
Anyone else taste salt?
Yes, that is good, groovy.
You know what? Hold on. Let's take this moment to talk about Ruby. We might not have another chance.
Standard dude.
So Drewby is a man who streams League of Legends mostly, but he recently stream his first time blind playthroughs of this game. They were amazing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he cried twice, possibly 3 times.
Like you do.
Huh?
Like you do.
Like you do. I've actually never cried because of this game.
Yeah, no, right.
It took you a very long time to
Like,
come to that conclusion. Are you sure?
yeah. No, I didn't. I think I was more sad that it was over. That I was at the end of the route and I was like, aw.
It's because that's how Hanako works.
No,
It's just like, wait a minute, there's like 70% more story, you're not even showing it to me.
Yeah, that also. So, like, at that point, it's just all getting better. There's no real bumps in the road that are of any note. Okay.
Let's be honest, there were really no bumps in the road in that route at all.
Hostility.
I seriously, that was my biggest problem. There was even the one time where some kind of conflict arises between Hisao and Lily, they just skip over it. This person, 1 week, 7 days, mind you, less than 200 hours from the time that this person is going to exit his life forever. A week.
Oh yeah, okay.
This is a spoiler, so you know what? This would be a good place to end the episode. So let's just say, this is, from here on out, Lily spoilers. Okay? And then screw it, I'll just end it here and we'll come back on the poem. Because this is something I want to talk about right now, and I don't care. I've never cared. Oh, you know what? After this, since we can't share screens, we should do a podcast.
The podcast. We'll call it the Demisicast. Pretty good. See, it works. Think about it. There's 2 people on my friends list. One's named Neo, another Neo. That's really good.
So, okay, so again, I'll say it again. Spoilers coming up. I'll probably reiterate this opinion in whatever thing we're about to record right after this, because I do want to make some kind of content for this channel, and I don't want to do just this one video, so we'll also record that. But I just want to get this out of the way right now, because this was something that really bugs me. I don't understand why nobody else ever brought it up. So again, 7 days before Lily confirms to you she's going to leave forever to Scotland.
Yep.
7 days before she's leaving, her sister calls you on the phone to tell you.
Yep.
Not her sister.
Yep.
And she wasn't even like almost ready to tell you or something. No. She was still deep in thought about whether or not to tell you when there's a week of time left. Hisao comes very close to, like, you know, being reasonably angry at a person for doing such a thing, but then he's like, nah, whatever, it's probably nothing. It's not that big a deal. This person was 100% willing to, like, tell you at the last minute. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if, like, Hisao woke up one day, went outside, and Lily was like, Hisao, I'm leaving to go to Scotland.
Oh really? You're going to see your family again so soon? It's like, no, I'm leaving forever.
Goodbye.
He has a heart attack and he's like, stay.
He just sits there, ow, my heart, stay here, ow. Oh, gee, okay. See you, Akira. It's like, nah, I'm gonna stay.
I guess they're writing it. There wasn't enough time to, like, convey the emotion of anger before there was already sadness that you had to feel. You had to feel sad before you could even comprehend anger. It's like, well, this person was just willing just to leave my life forever and just tell me the last second. Then the story's like, well, she's leaving now and you're sad about that. But I'm kind of pissed off. No, you're sad.
Yeah, I was honestly I think that was a big part of my problem with that story.
Because it's
I
spending time.
personally did not enjoy Lily as a character. I found her boring. And because I found her boring, I wasn't willing to look deep enough into the character to see the intricacies, because the intricacies, the entire point of the character is that they're being masked by the same things that are making me bored of the character to the point that I'm not looking for the intricacies. So, at that point, it was much less a matter of like, oh no, she's leaving forever, and oh no, how will they get out of this one?
Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't. There
Because
was.
like it's such a stupidly idyllic like romance, and that's fine. They don't all need to be, the story of like horrible, dysfunctional, you know. No, it's okay to have one where things are going right, but stuff is getting in the way of things going right.
Like, nothing really gets in the way except for that, and that
Yeah,
doesn't.
because that's the only conflict. But the problem is,
Conflict's
I
just.
did not enjoy I do not enjoy stories that don't have a conflict. And in fact, honestly, the more conflict you add to a story, the more interested I'll be. And let's use as an example Diablo. Diablo 3 has an awful story. I'm laying that out there right now. It is really stupid and dumb and contrived. But
Yeah.
whatever. I really enjoyed it just because of the sense of scale from the fact that by the third act, you're the only thing standing between literally every single demon in the world and the world.
Yep.
You are the last line of defense of humanity. I still get like I got like shivers down my spine. Like at the start of Act 4, Diablo invades heaven, and there are demons running around heaven, destroying everything. And then in the intro cutscene, it's like, the angels cannot stop him now. Diablo will destroy heaven. Blah blah blah. Nobody can stop Diablo except me. I was like, yeah, yeah, oh. Because it's just a matter of like the stakes are so high. There's so much. There was serious conflict there in the matter of the angels don't like you, the demons don't like you, characters have recently died. You're literally fighting demons in heaven, and it's awesome. And I enjoyed the story just because of the fact that it was this kind of silly-ish, over-the-top, just lots of conflict. That doesn't really relate to this much, but that's the kind of stuff I like. I like seeing things going wrong, and then I like seeing them go right again. And that's another part of the reason why I've not been a very big... I don't want to keep watching Madoka Magica with Patrick and Thomas, because that is not a story where things go wrong and get better. It's a story where things get... Jesus. It's a story where things go wrong and then get worse.
We don't know. It might end like happy.
No, it's a
Probably not.
bittersweet ending. I already had at least that spoiled for me. It's going to be a bittersweet ending. I haven't had the ending spoiled, just the fact that it's,
It's probably all the characters died, but the world is saved or something. Everyone just dies except it's like, well, in the alternate world, everyone lives, so it's fine.
You know what, if I had to guess what it's going to end
Stupid
up
like
being, it's probably going to be something like... let's not spoil that. Let's not go into that.
that. That's a
That's,
weird
like,
trail.
way, way unrelated. We're going off on a tangent. But I don't like that because, yes, it has lots of conflict and very serious conflict, but it never looks like it's going to get better. There's never that glimmer of hope. And even in RIN'S, there's always that little bit of, like, well, right then, we just had a decently good conversation. We learn more about each other. And then things get worse. It's not, it gets better than worse than better than worse than better than worse all throughout the story. It's not
Stupid.
just a downward spiral, nor is it just straight up, and then down, and then up again. Nor is it just straight up and then flatline as it reaches kind of a neutral zone, like some of the others do. It's like, the reason I don't know if I'm explaining what I'm saying properly, but the reason why I didn't enjoy Laser was because there was nothing really to make better. It was already this perfect, idyllic, happy love story. And then something gets in the way of it. And it's a conflict that I just didn't enjoy. And on top of that, unlike, if you'll notice kind of a theme among the roots that are my favorite, with Rin and Hanako taking the top, it's much more a story of how rather than like
I'm like, can I say something?
yeah.
And also with like the conflict being her leaving, it doesn't feel like it's like this constant struggle with it. It just feels like this is happening and then it's resolved immediately. There's just kind of one action that resolves the whole problem instead of this whole like kind of working towards like having arguments with her, like actually like talking with her about it. Just kind of like, oh, you're leaving, that kind of sucks, I guess.
Yeah,
And then you just kind of, spoiler, goes to the airport, has a heart attack, calls her name out, and then wakes up in the hospital. And she's like, I'm not going.
that was still a well-executed ending, though.
It was good.
I'm not calling it bad. This is extremely important because I have a tendency to paint things much worse than I actually intend to. Lily's Room is not bad. It's extremely well written. It's got really well crafted scenes, really, really good art throughout. It's a very good, well written route. But just because of the way that that specific story is structured, I can't get into it. Because it's a story structure that I don't enjoy. It's not their fault. It's my fault, kind of. But I'm trying to explain, like, this is obviously, I kind of spoiled slightly more of RIN'S. Let's just basically say, let's put in the title, huge spoilers for everything. So, Rin and Hanako's roots, I'll try to keep the details on Rin's root low since Patrick's here.
Yep.
But, Hanako's root we've both played. That is the story of how the two characters fell in love, and the road that led to that point, and the difficulties on the way, and then ultimately the result.
Just one of the things I didn't like about it is that the part of love, I didn't get a sense that they loved each other. Like, I didn't get a sense of that they really enjoyed each other's company.
I think that's just because you didn't enjoy her company.
Yes,
that's another problem. It was the same thing for me. I was like, with Lily's root, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into the character, so I couldn't enjoy the root.
Yeah.
More thinking. And RIN'S is fairly similar in structure because it's all about how, and like everything that leads up to it. But the other ones are more about what happens during this relationship.
It's kind of like,
that's not bad. It's just not as interesting to me. It's not, you know, it's not something that I personally found as much enjoyment in. So, for me, it wasn't as good. It didn't work quite as well. And again, I keep saying it over and over again. That's not a flaw in their writing. It's just a type of story that I don't enjoy. And
I feel like Lily's Blizzard has one of the stupidest, pointless H scenes ever. Being the third one, I just hated that scene with a passion. Because it felt super unnecessary and just weird.
Oh, dude, you want some unnecessary? You know what you should do? You should go play for Shizune as well. That's the king. Just sitting there, you're talking with like Jigoro, and she walks up and is like, "Let's sneak away, like in spy movies."
It's retarded. This one, especially, was just kind of like you with her, and it was like this nice scene. You're like, this will probably go to sex, but like, the path towards sex is really. She basically puts you on a blindfold, and then you're like, okay, then, and then takes it off,
This might as well happen.
and then she puts it. You put the blindfold back on, and then like you're walking around her room for a bit, and then you take it off, and you see her fingering herself.
That's good.
Because for
Oh,
no
don't forget,
reason,
then you have a heart attack.
yeah, and then you have sex with her, and you have a heart attack. I never really got why during the other times you had sex with her, you were really fine, but this time it was like, nah, B.
Oh, because you had a blindfold on, and because clearly human beings work like this. If you close one eye, then you get double senses. It's retarded. It's like just stupid. Anyways, this went on for longer than it should have. I'll just end this episode and put in the title, huge spoilers, and put in the description, episode ends like 10 minutes in, and the rest is just a mindless rant. And then, on top of that, I will then find a good picture to rest the screen on, and we'll do a, whatchamacallit, you know, a whatchamacallit. Ow, my hand. My hand hurts. I need to click stop recording, hand. Please, you need to work for at least long enough for me to do that. Alright, we'll be back eventually with a new episode. Thank you, Skip. You ruined everything.